What would your reaction be about him hearing that?
I mean, I'm going to keep playing football. We're going to see. But I doubt it, dude. I doubt it. I strongly doubt it.
Lamar Jackson on the Greg Jennings upper body lifting plan there. Everyone talks about Lamar's run game. Check this out, though. Since 2019, Lamar 5th in passing touchdowns and passer rating. Only Aaron Rodgers has more total touchdowns. Greg, are you in or out on the league figuring out Lamar Jackson?
Look, I'm out. I don't think they figure him out. This is a different type of a quarterback. And I know we harp on he needing to be better in the passing games, particularly in the postseason. But let's just scratch that for a moment and let's focus on what he just truly does. And you put the stats up right there. But if we were to take even Josh Allen, his stats, and compare them to Lamar Jackson is there and beyond. Like, he's thrown for 67 touchdowns and only 18 interceptions. And I want to highlight the 18 interceptions because this is what it's all about, protecting the football. And we talk about him protecting his physical body. He's done that. He hasn't been injured. He's played 15 of the games that he started the last 2 years. Yeah. And he's run less. Even last year, he took 159 rushes, but he still rushed for over 1,000 yards at the quarterback position. Like, understand what this man does. You can say, okay, let's make him one-dimensional. But even with saying, let's make him one-dimensional, he is so good. He is so good, he will still find a way to hurt you. So I am out. This is a different type of a quarterback. This is a different type of an athlete. We have not seen anything like it. And I love Michael Vick. That is my guy. But, ooh, Lamar Jackson is special.
Listen, and it's so funny because the Lamar Jackson discussions to me always... They always either have something unsaid or implied. Like, the league will figure him out. What does that mean? Because to a degree, they've already figured him out. Like, you know what the Ravens are going to do. You just can't stop it. Like, it's not like a puzzle but you just can't figure out how to defeat it. Now what people will be like, well, here's the thing. They're not very good if they're down by 2 scores. Yet nobody is. Like, there's no team that's like, here's our game plan. Let's get down by 10, then we'll figure it out. Now, are they at a particular disadvantage? Are they more at a disadvantage than primarily passing team down by 2 scores? Yes, definitely. But are they more likely to get an early lead than a primary passing team? Yeah. Like, so, yes, they are at a bigger deficit if they trail than a lot of really good teams, but they trail much less than a lot of really good teams. So Lamar is incredibly effective doing what he does. The question for Lamar is, and I think everyone knows it, is can his passing evolve just a bit? Because if it does, they're the best offense in football. Because nobody can do what he can do on the ground and what he allows the rest of their running game to do. So he only needs to be, if Mahomes is 100 out of 100, he does not need to be a 96 throwing the football. He needs to be like an 84. And I think right now he's like a 78. So he just needs to improve a little bit as long as the athleticism stays there. But it's not about Wilds, the league figuring him out. It's about how much the offense, the receivers that they've invested 2 first-round picks in the last 3 years in, how much that evolves along with Lamar's ability to make the higher-level throws as he goes into year 4 of his career. Like, to me, it's a very basic question that we keep asking in different ways because folks have never seen a quarterback play the position quite the way he does.
So is it fair to criticize or be asking for an evolution of Greg Roman's offense, though? Because that is how I kind of took this. I don't think anyone's figuring Lamar out. I think it's an odd statement, and I think Lamar handled it perfectly. But I think it is fair to say, hey, Look at how much the Ravens run the ball. Maybe that offense has hit a ceiling and has flamed out in the playoffs because of it. In the last 2 years, they have run the ball more than any other team in the league. The Patriots were number 3. So, Greg, they've loaded up on wide receivers now. They got Marquise Brown. They drafted Rashad Bateman. They got Sammy Watkins as a free agent. I assume that means they're going to throw the ball more than they did last year. Last year, Marquise Brown had 100 targets. It was 42nd in the league. You're the #1 guy, but you got the 42nd most targets. I think he had, I got it right here, 48 yards per game, which was 59th in the league. So not great. To me, I want to see the Ravens throw the ball a little bit more, not necessarily like these high-level dodgers. I just want to see Lamar and Greg Roman call more passing plays for Lamar. And I assume because they drafted Rashad and they brought in Sammy Watkins that they're going to do that. Do you buy that?
100%. That's a safe assumption. That's why you draft a wide receiver #1 in the first round. Like you took him first. That was your guy. The moment your selection came up, we're taking a receiver. What does that say? What message does that send to your quarterback? We believe in you. Lamar Jackson is very reminiscent, in my opinion, of a Giannis Antetokounmpo, where we say, is he the best player or is he great? The reason why we are starting to say he's great, because we know the drive.
That's right.
Like, Giannis doesn't have a jump shot, but we believe he's going to improve a little bit every single year. That's the case with Lamar Jackson. That's what you're talking about, Nick. He doesn't have to take this huge leap. He just needs to continue to improve and get better in the passing game every single year. And his drive is there, so I believe he's going to make it happen.
And it's the exact right comp if we want to talk about how the Ravens can improve. Because they're in a similar spot that the Bucs were in prior to this year. The Bucs were like, well, why would we change what we do in the regular season? We're the #1 seed every year. We have the league MVP. We're unstoppable. But then it doesn't work quite the same in the postseason. So the Bucs consciously took a step back in this year's regular season so they would be better prepared for the postseason. That's the question for the Ravens. Because Lamar in the regular season, Dusty sent me this stat. It's unbelievable. The highest percentage of drives that end in touchdowns over the last 20 years. #1, Mahomes. #2, Lamar. #3, Peyton Manning.
Wow.
#4, Drew Brees. #5, Aaron Rodgers. So you'd almost say, I don't want to change it. It works so well. Yeah, but maybe you need to use that time, even if it costs you a game or two in the regular season, so you're better prepared for the postseason.
That's what I would push back.
Milwaukee did that, and they're champions. What? Go ahead, Wild. Push back on it.
Well, I want to dig in on it because I understand over an 82-game season or the condensed season the NBA had that you can have a few experimental games. How do you actually see this playing out? Hey, let's throw the ball more against,
have a more pass-heavy game plan.
Schedule.
Yes. Whoever. Have a more pass-heavy game plan. Yes, absolutely.
If we're talking about doing it in an unconventional way, then they get up on teams because of what they do great, and they run the ball. And the idea when you take the lead is to run the ball, to run the clock out.
Oh, that's a good idea. Get the lead and then start passing.
Now.
That's smart. I like that idea.
I like that.
Yeah.